Dodgers and what all this organization can do. How excited are you to now be a part of this team?
I mean, I'm extremely excited. I mean, this organization is very first class with everything they do, from the ownership group down to the front office, all the way down to the clubhouse staff and the players. And like I said, I think the players kind of speak for themselves with their play out on the field. So, I mean, this fan base is amazing. They come out and support this team, and that's what you want as a player, is to come out here and compete at a high level and compete for a World Series. So I think we're gonna definitely try and get things done this year.
You were the top free agent this offseason. When you think about just when the Dodgers first showed interest and saying that they wanted you to come to this organization, what was your reaction to that? And then what made this just the most sense for you personally?
I mean, obviously, I've never gone through the free agency before, and I don't know how things kind of would work out or play out. But kind of just talking with guys that have gone through the process and kind of just weighing out different options and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of really good organizations out there that do a really good job and have really good teams. But I mean, the more I kind of talk things over with the front office and the coaching staff and everything, and I just thought it'd be a really good fit. Like I said, this team kind of speaks for himself with the roster that the front office has put together, and they've done a really good job at that. And then I think it'd be a lot of fun living out here as well. So when you kind of factor all that into each other, and I thought it'd be a great landing spot for me and my family. So I'm excited to get things going this year.
Southern California is far from a bad life. You are going to absolutely love it out here. When it comes to getting to know some of these guys, though, I know you had mentioned talking to Freddie on FaceTime, meeting Shohei, Max Muncy here today. What do you just kind of, I know you're not too familiar with all of them, but from what you're seeing on the field, from what you've talked about, the athletes that they are, what has just kind of really stood out to you about them, in whether learning from them, growing together, and of course the goal of winning together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously all these guys are super athletic, and they play at a high level, like they've done their whole career. But I mean, I think like I always say, like the things that separate guys from whatever level you're at, especially at this level, is the little things. And I think they do a really good job at trying to find those things that'll just make you a little bit better, can unlock something within yourself. So regardless of how good of a player you are, you're never perfect. You can always strive to get better at little aspects throughout the game. So I think the coaching staff and the guys that they got here definitely try and look for little things like that to make them better, because that's going to make a big difference throughout, whether it's a game or a whole season or throughout a whole playoff series. Like I just think when you can find little things like that, like these guys have here, it's could be a big difference.
It's not going to be your first time playing here at Dodger Stadium, but it is going to be your first time in Dodger Blue, and unfortunately, or however you want to say it, in the past, you were with the Astros here, and I know it's a different experience being on that side. When you think about being on the home team here, how much are you looking forward to just the fan reaction? Because obviously you know how loud it can be. What are you looking forward to just kind of with that side of it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I've played here a few times, and it is tough facing this team. I mean, they're pretty good, obviously, but the fan base definitely backs them with how loud they can get and how supportive they can be. So I'm excited to kind of take all that in, and whenever the season starts and get things going. But I mean, that's kind of what you want as an organization, as a player, like to be a part of a really good team that you can have a lot of success with on a personal level and team-wise. Like, I think that's great. And then just to have a fan base, backing the team and everything that you guys do and the support that they give is amazing. So I'm excited to get things going.
Having already won a World Series yourself, though, what did you learn from that season, and how you can bring that to this organization with such a big goal of going for a three-peat?
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, things got to work out. I mean, as long as you can stay healthy and have a good year, and as long as you can get to the playoffs, anything can happen. So, I mean, if you're in it together with a group of guys and you're supporting each other and kind of just taking care of each other, whether it's on defense making a play for the pitcher to get out of an inning, or prevent a guy from going, getting a double, keeping them at first, or stop them from going first to third, like little things like that can really uplift each other, even though it might not show up in a stat sheet. But the players and the clubhouse definitely recognizes little things like that, and it just makes you want to play harder for each other and go out there and try and win games. So I'm excited to do my part.
Well, I know that these guys in here are also excited that you are now officially in Dodger Blue. So Kyle, congratulations. Welcome to Los Angeles. Welcome to the Dodgers. And we look forward to seeing you at spring training, and then of course once this season gets going.
Yeah, I'm fired up. Let's go.